is a question about a sequence of partial sums. Now, this is one this is a topic that's sort of intended to make your head hurt. Because remember, we start with a sequence, right? A sequence is just a collection of numbers. So in this case, the sequence that we're given is 8 minus 4, 2 minus 1, and 1/2. Okay? Now then, a series, and everybody remembers what a series is based on the last question or last quiz, right?
Terms of a sequence?
The sum of the terms of a sequence.
Well, yeah.
Right?
I just did a really quick one.
Okay. Sum of the terms of a sequence. Right? How do you like that for an acronym? Sum of the terms of a sequence. Yeah.
SOS.
I wouldn't try to pronounce that either. Now, we have a sequence that's a collection of numbers, a series that's the sum of the terms of a sequence, a partial sum that's the sum of some of the terms of the sequence, the first n terms of a sequence. And now then we're going to come all the way back around and we're going to have a sequence of partial sums. And a sequence of partial sums is exactly what the name says it is. It is a sequence that you generate by writing the partial sums of the sequence. Okay? Now, if that didn't make your head hurt, I don't know what does. We're going to start with a sequence. We create series by adding up the terms. Partial sums are the first certain number of terms added together from the sequence. But we create a new sequence by generating each of the partial sums in turn. Now, what does that really mean? Well, let's write this thing down again. 8 minus 4, 2 minus 1, and 1/2. Okay, so the first partial sum is what? The first partial sum of that sequence is what? It's 8. I just add the first 1 terms together. The second partial sum, I add the first 2 terms together, and I get what? 4. To get the third partial sum, I add the first 3 terms together and get 6. And to get the fourth partial sum, I add a -1 and I get 5. The sequence of partial sums is just the sequence of these numbers. So it's 8, 4, 6, 5. And you could keep going as far as you wanted to, but I think they just ask us for 4 terms. Okay? So a sequence of partial sums, again, is just exactly what the name says. We start with the first sequence that we're given, and we create the partial sum for the terms of it, and use that result to create a new sequence.